Let's ride.
In today's show, we'll be taking you on the O2 ride for pulmonary fibrosis. Little is known of this disease, but I have three dear friends whom all had their dads affected by this, and Kim Curlis will be informing us of just what this was all about. Last week we took you on the Highway to Health and on the Fred Merritt Memorial Ride, but the weekend wasn't over. Both these rides were hit with rain, and on the following Sunday, June 3rd, 2012, the rain was continuing to fall. But Dave Provencher of Meaningful Events was determined to follow through on his event fundraiser for John Labonti, who is fighting cancer. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back with more Ridin' Steel.
This is Lud from the John Labonti Fundraiser. We'll be back after these messages.
There's fun for the entire family at 1710 Bowling, located on North Belfast Avenue in Augusta, Maine. Candlepin Bowling, birthday party, a great arcade area for all ages, and an extensive menu of food and refreshments in our Splitter Sports Bar. We offer league bowling, tournaments, and youth programs. If you're looking for a fun time for the whole family, head for 1710 on North Belfast Avenue in Augusta, Maine. And when in Lisbon, check out Good Time Lanes, located on Lisbon Street, Lisbon Falls. Big Moose Harley-Davidson is your destination when shopping for a new or used bike in the Portland area. At Big Moose, we have all you need to be part of the legend. Riding apparel, clothing, full line of parts and accessories, dependable service, and a financial department dedicated to meeting your needs.
Come in and experience the customer-first attitude at Big Moose Harley-Davidson, where the legend rolls on.
Naples Custom Motorsports, the fastest growing motorsports business in the region. A full-service facility providing you with custom bike building, fabrication, and paint, specializing but not limited to Harley-Davidsons. Offering a full line of parts, accessories, and apparel. Located at the intersection of 302 and Kansas Road in Naples, Maine.
I'm Dennis Oliverty with Naples Custom Motorsports. Bring your bike down and we can turn it from mild to wild. Whatever your dreams are, we can make it a reality. Hope to see you soon.
I spend my whole life waiting for something good to come along, instead of just living. I've been living all wrong, but now that's all changed. I've cut loose those chains that anchored me down. Been holding.
Well, welcome back to Ridin' Steel. I have none other than Kim Curlis and her mom, Dee Dee, with me. We are going to embark on a ride shortly here. Oh, thank you for wiping my
You're
mouth.
welcome.
Yeah. So do I look fat? I just ate a donut.
No, you look great.
All right. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Thank you. But we are on an O2 ride today, and tell the people that are watching, Kimberly, what O2 stands for.
Well, it's the symbol for oxygen, and because we're riding for pulmonary fibrosis today, it was well suited to put that on our T-shirts and make that our logo for the ride.
Nice, nice. And now this is a ride to raise money for pulmonary fibrosis. I'm looking at it to see if I've been spelling it right for the past week.
I think you've been spelling it right.
Have I been?
Yes.
All right, excellent. So why don't you also explain to the folks why this cause means so much to you?
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about PF first. Just for all of you watching that don't know what pulmonary fibrosis is, in layman's terms, it's scarring of the lungs. So eventually what happens is your lungs scar to the capacity that you can no longer saturate oxygen, which goes back to our O2. So this is really important to my mom and I today. 3 years ago, we lost a husband and a dad to this disease. He was diagnosed 5 years prior to passing away, which they pretty much predicted. They had said the mortality rate would be about 5 years. He lost quality of life, but managed to still live life right up to about 4 weeks before we lost him. It's a cruel disease.
Can I ask you a question? What causes the scarring of the tissue?
Unfortunately, there currently is no known origin, nor is there a cure. So we don't know where PF starts, and we have no way currently to get rid of it. Interestingly enough, we lose as many patients to PF every year as we do to breast cancer, and I think all of us watching know that breast cancer is certainly in the forefront. So my goal is to really bring PF, the awareness to PF, to an entirely different level. So we're here today, and while it will be nice to raise money, more importantly for me, it was just to get pulmonary fibrosis' name into the community.
Oh, hey, that's what Ridin Steel's all about, bringing about awareness of all these causes. What you got, Dee Dee, to add to that?
I'd like to thank everyone for coming. There's quite an outcome here, and it was my first ride on a bike, but it was well worth it, and thank you, everyone.
Absolutely.
We have Ridin Steel to thank for rallying all of these bikes. My goal for our first year was 50. We certainly have more than that sitting behind this camera. So
and they're still rolling in.
And they're still rolling in. The day's beautiful. My dad knew I'd be not so nice and a little crabby if it wasn't a great day, so I'm sure he ordered this weather for us. So thanks, everyone, for watching. I'd encourage you to check out the Coalition's website, www.coalitionforpf.org.
And later on in the show, we're going to meet a couple of other people that were affected by this disease as well. And they happen to be daughters with dads that died of pulmonary fibrosis. So we'll be looking forward to those interviews with Colleen and Katie, right?
Absolutely.
And incidentally, or coincidentally, I should say, they happen to be working very closely with you as well.
Yeah, it's, I don't believe in coincidences in life, so that Katie and Colleen are two women in my life. And Katie and I had been friends for a while before we even realized that we'd both lost a dad to this disease. Colleen and I have worked together for the past few years, and her dad was recently diagnosed. So it really does tell you what a small circle PF brings.
Well, I want to thank you all for tuning in, and stay tuned, please. When we come back, we're going to be on the road riding for pulmonary fibrosis. At Lowry & Associates, they treat their clients like family.
We have represented many motorcycle accident victims over the years, and we understand the dangers caused by drivers who fail to be aware of motorcycles sharing the road. When you call Lowry & Associates, you will get answers to your questions. Getting a good settlement can be complicated, and we will be with you every step of the way.
Lowry & Associates. We treat our clients like family.
Hi, this is Lisa from Lisa's Restaurant and Catering Service, located at 15 Bangor Street, Augusta, Maine. Join us every Friday night for live entertainment. We've been voted #1 in the Augusta area for 2011 and now 2012. Don't forget to join us the first Wednesday of every month for Love for the Locals. It's our way of saying thank you for your support.
Make sure you push it down all the way.
Put it on there.
So I think we've achieved a goal and then some. I cannot thank you enough for taking your time and spending your money on your dad. Doing everything to get here. So thank you. As you know, this ride is in memory of my father, who we lost 3 years ago to pulmonary fibrosis. I want to do a quick introduction of my very cute mom, Dee Dee. Hell or high water, we're going to turn her into a biker chick. I don't think there's very much convincing to be done. She got off the bike this morning and said, "Peter, I'm buying a bike." So I think we've got her hooked. Everybody ride safe. Super excited to have you as a part of this day, and we'll look forward to seeing you on our first stop, which is at the railroad in Lisbon Falls. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Never forget the past, yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Everything you are and all we're gonna be make me wanna be a better man, baby. I ain't looking back, yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love that. search through 100 shoes to find a single pair. How it always makes us late. Yeah, you sure have a knack, but I love that. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Everything you are and all we're gonna be makes me wanna be a better man, baby. I ain't looking back. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love that. I wouldn't change a thing, not a single thing, or anything we have. I'm not perfect, you think I'm worth it. You take the good with the bad, yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love that.
Where are you from, Julie?
Union.
Union. How long you had your license?
Month.
She checks the watch.
Yeah, she checks the watch. Phone's up. I think it's going so
Hi!
far.
Awesome! It's a perfect day. It's a great day. I'm thrilled. The ride here was gorgeous.
All right, the first part of our ride has taken us to the Railroad Restaurant and Pub in Lisbon, Maine, and with me I have Kate Perry. Kate had a dad that was inflicted with pulmonary fibrosis as well and lost her father, and so she and Kim, along with Colleen, have gotten together to be part of this ride. And how are you enjoying it so far?
Oh, it's a beautiful day. We couldn't ask for a nicer day.
Yeah.
And the route was terrific. Couldn't ask for a better route.
That's right. And you got your dad on your mind, I hope?
I sure do. Yeah, it's been, he passed away in 2006, June 28th, so the anniversary is coming up of his death.
Now, curious question on my part. How informed are you about this disease?
Well, I got quite informed after my dad was diagnosed with it. But like I say, he was diagnosed in February of 2006, and he passed away in June of 2006. So it took him pretty quick.
Right, it was quick,
It was
right?
very quick.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, you know, we're raising money for the Fibrosis Foundation, or what's it called exactly?
It's the O2 ride, riding riding for pulmonary fibrosis in honor of Gary Furbish, which is Kim Curlis's father.
Right, and the proceeds are to go to?
The Coalition of Pulmonary Fibrosis.
Okay, great. And they're going to do research, and because what Kim was saying this morning is that, you know, they have no idea how to detect this disease. It just seems to hit, and it takes people out within months. And you know, it's kind of shocking to me, you know, that we do not know what causes it. You know, I don't even know what it is. It's like a scarring of the lungs, and how does stuff like that happen to people? I have no clue. So, you know, obviously the research is necessary so that we can be better informed, right? Because I'm sure you've done some investigation on this and some research, right?
And but there's not a lot of information out there. There just isn't. They know so much about breast cancer, but there's just not that much known about pulmonary fibrosis.
All right, so people watching this show, Kate, where would they go to start digging for this kind of information?
If they went to the Coalition, you know, get on the computer and just type in Coalition for Pulmonary Fibrosis, there's a lot of information on there.
All right, excellent. Well, listen, I'm thinking of you guys all day long today.
Well, I
all right,
appreciate it,
and it's an honor to be riding with you all. All right, in memory of your dads. Okay.
Thank you.
Excellent. We'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Our stop at the Railroad Restaurant and Pub was brief, and it was time to hit the road again. We headed for Brunswick, Maine, to a place called Joshua's, which is right on Main Street.
They been thinking a lot about my life. Amazes me just how fast the years go by. I've learned that success always comes with a price. I'd like to go back to a simpler time, when life was easy as kick the can. G.I. Joe and Spider-Man, fishing with my old man, weekends were never planned. Hanging out with all my friends, summer never seemed to end. Ever think about the times back then? You remember?
Well, we've arrived at Joshua's Tavern here in Brunswick, Maine. I have Colleen with me. Colleen, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today, Steve?
I'm doing great.
Good.
It's been a heck of a ride, hasn't it? What a beautiful day.
Beautiful, wonderful.
Absolutely.
Couldn't ask for a better day.
All right. Now, the reason why I have Colleen here is because we've already interviewed Kim and we interviewed Katie, and both of them lost their dads to this O2, pulmonary fibrosis, I should say. And Colleen's father has just recently been diagnosed with this. And, how did the family take the news?
Very upsetting. Very upset. He's our rock.
Right.
He's the big kahuna. He's the king.
Right.
He was a Chicago policeman. He's this big, huge guy that we all love and admire.
Right. And now he's sick.
And now he's sick, yes.
Right. So, we're on this ride, and, I know I was thinking about you, Kate, and Kim the whole time.
Thank
all
you.
right? And, you were in my thoughts. It's like, oh, my God, I know these girls love their dads and stuff. And so what about you? When you're on this ride and you look and you see 70-some-odd bikes, right behind you, what did that feel like, Colin?
Well, I'm going to say my heart is smiling that everybody's been on this ride today and everybody has done this. But what I would like to say is thank you to Kim Curlis, because she has included me in this. And I thank her for being such a wonderful friend and reaching out to me and helping me and my family in our time of need.
So did you already know about Kim's dad? I know you work at Big Moose along with Kim. And did you already know about her dad and this disease and everything before your father was diagnosed with it?
I didn't know a lot about the disease until Kim reached out to me and kind of explained it to me. So I'm trying to help my mother out and try to educate my mother on it and all that stuff. I just spoke to her today, and I need to get a bunch of stuff in the mail today. So she has a doctor's appointment for my dad on Friday, so she knows what questions to ask on Friday when they go to the doctor.
All right. So as I've stated before earlier in the show, little is known about this disease. So I guess about the only thing we can do is ask you, what is your father going through at this very time?
It's hard for my father to breathe. It's hard for my father to walk. He can't go anywhere. He can't do anything because he gets winded. He cannot do a thing. As a matter of fact, I called him the other day. The phone rang 5 times. When he got to the phone, he could barely breathe when he was saying hello.
Right.
So
some people may be asking, was he a smoker?
He was moons ago. Yes, a long time ago.
Right.
Yes.
All right. So that doesn't necessarily mean it had anything to do with this.
It has nothing to do with it. No.
Right. Okay. All right. So he's short of breath, even around the house. Getting around the house is tough?
Yes, it is.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So this cause here is to donate to the Coalition for Pulmonary Fibrosis. And I've never heard of this organization before. I've never even heard of this disease before until I met Kim and the rest of you. Mm-hmm. And so, obviously some work needs to be done to bring awareness about this, to do research and figure out what causes such a thing. Right. Scarring of the lungs. Geez, it could be anything that caused that. Any kind of chemicals that you're breathing or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. It could be. It just opens our eyes to another disease. We all talk about breast cancer and all this other stuff and how people die of breast cancer every 13 minutes. Well, you know what? The same thing happens in this disease also. So we need to educate ourselves about something other than cancer. I'm not trying to diss cancer or anything like that, but there are other diseases out there that people are dying of, and this is one of them.
Right. And, on this particular ride, we are riding for 3 men. Okay. Now, obviously, it must hit women too, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
Right. So it's not isolated to just men alone.
Not at all.
Okay. So, I want to wish you the best, Colleen.
You.
I really hope that, your father doesn't go through too much pain and, despair or whatever, and that, somehow, they take good care of him. I don't know what the treatment is or anything. What are they doing? Just giving him oxygen bottle?
Giving him oxygen. He's on an inhaler. Whatever they can do, medications, whatever there is out there, they're trying for him.
Right. And even with all those things, he's still short of breath.
He's still short of breath.
Right.
Yes.
Well, you have a great day. We're here at Joshua's. We're going to do raffles and some fundraising to donate to this cause. And we're going to grab a bite to eat. And we're going to kind of try to celebrate life. Although
it's a celebration of life.
That's right. Ride and Steel, covers a lot of rides and, charities that seem to be so dismal, But, really we get together and we try to have as much fun and enjoy the moments as we have them, right?
Yep.
All right.
Thank you, Steve.
Absolutely, Colleen. Well, thank you. On Ride and Steel, we oftentimes end up at various venues throughout the state of Maine, and this one happens to be ending up at a place called Joshua's Tavern in Brunswick, Maine, and with me is the owner, TJ.
Hi. Afternoon.
How are you, TJ?
I'm doing great. It's like you guys have done a great job getting a big turnout today.
Nice, huh?
Yeah.
It's very nice. So how often do you help out, motorcyclists that are riding for charity, TJ?
Well, we've had the opportunity to do it several times over the last couple of years. Being in downtown Brunswick, we don't get as much opportunity as some of the other locations, but we're always open for charitable rides like this.
All right. So what if there's a charity ride organizer watching this and he would be interested in using your place as a venue, or she for that matter?
That's right. Give us a call. On our website, you can find our phone number, our email. It's like, be happy to work with you, see what we can do, at any point. Or obviously contact yourself. I know you do so many of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what's the website?
It's joshuastavern.com.
It's that simple. Thank you so much, TJ, for hosting this for Kimberly. I really appreciate it, okay? All right, behind the scenes, there's always somebody that has to work pretty hard to put a ride like this together. With me right now is Roger Dion, who is Kimberly Curlis's uncle.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
And see, Roger tries to stay out of the limelight as much as possible. So for me to nab him and have this opportunity to talk to him is a real treat, right? So, Roger, how much planning went into the ride today? I know you were pretty nervous. It was your first one.
Yeah, it's our first attempt at this, and quite a bit of planning, but thanks to you guys, we did pull it off, I think. I think it went really well. So, we've been at this for a month at least. Kim did a lot of work behind the scenes that we'll never even know. But so far, it's been a beautiful day. It's working out perfect, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, we had a good turnout today for the first ride, and I want to give a shout out to all the people that are part of Ride and Steel. I mean, they stepped up today and they helped you with not only the production crew, having 3 cameras on the job and stuff, but also blocking, and helping you out and make the ride as smoothly as possible for you. And so now we're here at Joshua's and stuff. We stopped at the railroad. We're here at Joshua's. You had to, take the time to go meet all these people and make sure that they would set this place aside for you, right?
Yeah, we checked. We have to give a shout out to Angus King, whose campaign headquarters is right over here behind us. Their parking lot, we checked with him, and he said, have at it. Don't worry about it. I hope you can fill the parking lot up. So we've done a pretty good job with that, and we appreciate, everything Ride and Steel has done. Sorry, I'm going to get emotional.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hate tapping into this emotional stuff, but Gary Furbish, what was he to you?
My brother-in-law, my brother.
Right. I saw a picture of him. He's a pretty good-looking guy, huh? How old was he when this thing took him away?
I'll be guessing on that. I'm sorry, but he was in his early 60s, early to mid 60s. He's been gone 3 years. Yeah.
So you were pretty close to him.
Very.
Did you see him suffer?
Yeah, it was a long road. Long road. Yeah.
But this disease it sounds terrible, and Colleen's going through it right now.
Yeah, she
with
is.
her dad, and so we want to wish her the best, and we hope that somehow, some way, they find some way to treat this, disease, or at least detect it early enough so that if it's something we're breathing or eating or whatever, we can possibly take steps to prevent it, right?
No one knows what causes it, and unfortunately, there's no cure. So, hopefully, the little bit of money that we do raise can help out somehow.
Now, when you're in the front of a group of 70 motorcycles, Roger, what's the feeling, buddy?
Yeah.
Share with us what you went through, because I know what I go through.
Yeah, being my first ride, I really didn't know exactly what to do, but I watched you guys as we went to Portland. I watched your leader and how everyone went and blocked and worked together, and it was just a great system. So you helped me learn that on the way down to Portland. Coming back, I think it went really well. Portland PD helped us a lot. We were supposed to have another block in Cumberland that didn't work out, but that's okay. Brunswick PD, I thank them. They were huge. They were huge.
Yeah, absolutely. It was nice to see the Brunswick PD out there to block the traffic for us on Pleasant Street and here on Main Street and everything. You know, I mean, without their help, it could be dangerous.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so hopefully everyone's going to have a good time. We're going to go in and have some auction and raise some money, and we thank you again.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
Thanks, man.
Let's have some fun, all right? Okay, thank you.
And when we thought about putting this together, it was really a no-brainer that we would have it here. So thank you so much for everything you've done. TJ, Sherry. So I just want to have us raise our glasses to, of course, Gary Furbish. We love you. We miss you. Skip Perry, Walter Fleming, who was recently diagnosed with this disease. To good health, many blessings to all of you. Thank you all for being here. Real quick, I just want to throw in there that my dad's nickname was Newt. So if we could just do a quick to the Newt. To the Newt.
When we come back from these messages, we'll take you to the John Labonti fundraiser put on by Meaningful Events. Looking for a destination in Gardner, Maine? Stop by Mike's Water Street Grill. Located on 463 Water Street, Gardner, Mike's Water Street Grill offers great food, entertainment, and daily specials, and ample parking for your special event. You're only a stranger once at Mike's Water Street Grill. Call 582-9464 or find us on Facebook.
Welcome to North Country Harley-Davidson, one of the best resources for parts, accessories, and motor clothes. North Country Harley-Davidson. Not just any Harley, your Harley.
Steve Maroy's here of Ridin Steel. Very busy weekend. In spite of all the rainfall, the bikers are still coming out to try to help and support various causes. They've been on the highway to health. I went on a Fred Merritt Memorial Ride yesterday, and today is Sunday, and we're at the Railroad Restaurant and Pub. I have with me an old friend, David Provencher, who has ridden on many charity rides with me. How are you, David?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Be doing better if it wasn't raining, but we still had a great turnout. A lot of people that came to make a difference no matter what the weather was.
That's right, that's right. And this cause here, well, first of all, you have started up a new program called Meaningful Events, correct?
Yes, Meaningful Events Foundation. We're here to help Mainers that have life-threatening illnesses or injuries.
Nice, and it's looking like you're starting off big and strong. People are still coming out in spite of the weather conditions to help out who are we helping out today?
His name is John Labonti. He's 4th stage lung cancer.
Now, you know, a lot of work goes into organizing an event like this. You got the Railroad Restaurant and Pub people to provide a venue for you, but you also have musicians, and the musicians that work with many of these charity events and stuff like that, you know, they don't get as much exposure as they should with us at Ridin Steel. And today I want to make a change in that, all right? Who is helping you out today?
Today we have Dr. Fatfinger. We just had No Guts, No Glory, and Mainline Sound is mixing the sound for us.
What's the goal with John Labonti with this fund that you're raising?
We're hoping just to help him pay his bills. I don't know what our number is going to be at the end of the day, but we just want to help him out with bills because it's absolutely impossible for him to